going to start standing whenever you're ready. You can just put your strap to the side for now and just find like a comfortable stance. And my name's Jen. Good to see you all. We're going to start just by rolling the shoulders up, back, and down a few times. Getting that mobility up through the shoulders, behind the neck. And then if any movement doesn't feel right, then we just don't do it. But if you're feeling good, you're feeling like it's beneficial, you can keep going. Good. And then we'll just go the other way a few times. Stay balanced. Breathe in and out. Perfect. Okay. Take your head down, ear down to one shoulder, inhaling. And as we exhale, draw that chin down towards your chest. Inhale on the other side. And exhaling, chin down towards your chest, nice and easy. We'll do one more on each side. Perfect. Okay, and then we'll put it all together. So taking the fingertips to the tops of the shoulders and just breathe in and out and gently press down like you're drawing a circle with your favorite color in the air. Just kind of moving those muscles around in the upper back, the neck and the shoulders. Good. Reach your arms straight out, thumbs are up, breathe in, and exhale, thumbs come down. So we'll just do this a few times. Inhale, thumbs up, exhale, down. Good, a few more breaths. Good, release those arms down and just kind of shake it out. We'll move into the hips a little bit. You can take your hands to your hips and making some circles around. So even a couple of years after the deep flap, I still feel that kind of tightness there, that little stretchy sensation. That's totally normal. It's going to be there. But it's always good to do this circular motion and get that blood flow in that scar area. Let's go the opposite way. And around. Still breathing. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So we'll come towards our mat, our yoga mat here. Take the feet about hip distance apart. And then inhale, reach your arms up. See how the arms reach up? And as you breathe out, just bend those knees, come on down, relax your head and your neck. And see if you can hang out for a moment here. Good. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Bend your knees and let your hips fall to the left. This is just a little side stretch. And walking your hands over to the left. And as you exhale, sit your hips down, back to the right. So a little side stretch here. Your head stays completely relaxed. Now walk those hands back to center. Take your hands to the hips. Inhale, come up nice and easy back to stand. Good job. So I'll keep those hands to the hips for balance. Your right foot is forward. Your left foot's going to step back into a lunge. Perfect. So that right knee stays over the ankle. And then we're going to bend the left knee a little bit so you feel this nice stretch through that back hip flexor. And just breathe here for a moment. Press through your back heel. If you want to straighten your back leg more and that feels right, you can. And then we'll work on our balance a little more. So engaging through the whole core center here, taking the hands to heart center, and just breathe. Give yourself a few deep breaths. Relaxing your shoulders, gently pressing your hands. Nice. And on your next exhale, just step up so you're back to the top of your mat, and then doing those hip circles one way and the other. There you go. So you're welcome to modify anytime you'd like. You can rest anytime you like. You don't have to do everything. Do what feels right, okay? Left foot stays forward, right foot comes back for that nice high lunge. Left knee over ankle. And then we'll gently bend that right knee a little bit and feel that back hip flexor start to open. And you're welcome just to keep that bend, or you can press a little more, lengthening, and maybe hands to the heart and breathe. Relax your shoulders. Good. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, step back up. Perfect. Few hip circles here, around and around. Nice. We're going to move towards the ground. So if you're on carpet, you're good. If you're on a harder surface, if you're on tile or hardwood, or even like I have my mat here, I'm just gonna put a blanket about halfway down that mat to start. So that's for the knees for later if you'd like. Just give yourself a moment. Right, good. And then when you're ready, breathe in, reach the arms out and up. And then we'll come down nice and easy. Keep those knees soft and just let your head hang. We'll move on to all fours. So the knees come down onto the blanket or the ground. And your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. And we're starting just by wagging that tail side to side. Just like if you had a little tail and you're moving that side to side. Good. And then finding that space here, your toes can be tucked or untucked. I like to tuck my toes under because it feels good to stretch the bottoms of the feet. And we'll move into our cat-cow. As we exhale, round your spine, drop your head. And as you breathe in, start to arch your back and let your belly drop. You're going to feel that scar area stretching a little bit. So just go with the flow here, exhaling, round and tuck. Inhaling, arching. We'll do 3 more big breaths, just like this. Full inhales and full exhales. Just really enjoy moving your spine and your neck. Making sure we're breathing full breath here. Very good. After that last exhale, take your knees a little wider and you're welcome to sit back towards child's pose. So your hips sit back towards your heels and the head stays relaxed. And now feel that nice stretch down that lower back area. Good. Nice. Gently come back up towards all fours. And you're welcome to do the child's pose again, or you can try a downward dog. So we'll tuck our toes under, big breath in. And as we exhale, we'll lift those hips to the sky. Cross your hands. And if this is too much, please stay in that child's pose. But if you're a little further out and it feels good to lengthen here, that's an option. You'll feel that stretch down the inner sides of the arms, down the ribs, down the backs of the legs. And inhale, come to all fours. And we'll all take those knees wider, sit back in a child's pose. The low back gets a lot of stress from that surgery, so it can last a while. Just that discomfort. And so this is a really good pose just to help release that low back. Take some deep breaths. good. We'll slowly come up towards all fours and then up onto the knees. And this is if you have a little cushioning for your knees, that's great. And we're just taking the hands to the hips for a moment and then doing that nice circular motion around. Just kind of check in. And we're going to open up the spine a little more. So not the biggest back bend of your life, right? But just enough so you feel the front body starting to stretch. So I like to tuck my toes under. It helps me feel a little more stable. And lift your chest. There you go. And just press your hips forward gently until you feel that stretch in the chest, and the belly's going to feel it probably the most. Draw your elbows back, shoulders down, and just breathe. No back pain here, okay? Make sure you feel supported. If you do feel anything, you're going to come up to a straighter spine. So do a few more deep breaths. Just let that open up. Sometimes there's just that fear of opening up because we've been hunched over for so long, and so it's good to take it slow and just see how it feels. Inhale and exhale back to neutral. Good job. You can untuck your toes if you want. Come back to all fours, and then we wag that tail side to side to get that release. Take it easy. Perfect. Okay. Really gently, we'll come into a low lunge. That right foot comes forward, and your left knee is going to be down. So if you're on that back knee, make sure you're slightly forward so you're not directly on your kneecap. That does not feel good. So you're going to bring your hips forward a little bit so you're forward of that back kneecap. And hands can interlace, and press those hands onto your thigh. Good job. And just lift your chest. Just make sure your right heel is all the way on the ground. You got it. And then we slowly let the hips come down, and you'll feel that back hip flexor, the back quadricep start to open up. Good. Keep breathing. Good. And as you inhale, come back slowly. Exhale, come down one more time. Just sink into it. Ah, good. Keep lifting that chest. Nice work. Perfect. And now slowly tilt back. Make sure your knees are okay. Take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh, and your right hand goes to your sacrum. You got it. And we're just doing a gentle twist to the right. For balance, press your thigh into your hand and your hand into your thigh. And then we're feeling the upper back here as we twist and look over towards the right. Good. Breathe and come to center. And let's take our time, everyone. Hands can come down. Come back into child's pose. Give yourself a break. Let it all settle in. Maybe rock a little in your child's pose if that feels nice. Take your time. You can take a little longer if you'd like. If you're ready, we're going to do that series on the other side. So the left foot comes forward and your right knee is down this time. Good. Just making sure that the left heel is all the way down. Try interlacing the hands and gently press your hands onto the thigh. And lift your chest and slowly sink down, making sure we're right forward of that back knee. There you go. So you shouldn't feel any pain in that back knee at all. And breathe. Good. Just let it sink down, opening up this back hip flexor area. Deep breaths. It's tight even for people who haven't had this surgery, so if you're feeling it, basically anyone who sits in a chair would feel this. Yeah. Just go with it. There you go. You're doing great. And breathe in, bring yourself up a little. And exhale, go a little deeper. There you go. Nice. good stretch to have in your toolbox. We'll slowly come up and then we'll work our way into that twist. So the right hand to the outside of the left thigh, the left hand to the sacrum, and now press the thigh into the hand into the thigh. And you'll gently twist to your left. Good job. Just keep breathing. Enjoy. Nice. And then inhale, come back to center slowly. Perfect. We'll make our way back down into that child's pose. And then we'll add a few variations in a moment. Just let your back settle for a moment. Good. Now taking the hands together and walking the hands away from you so your arms get a little longer here. Option one is to just have your hands together, forehead down, or you can start to bend your elbows, maybe come in and out of it, or bend the elbows, take your thumbs to the back of your neck. And this is really going to open up the chest and the shoulders. Keep breathing. Nice. Slowly release that. And from here, we'll move all the way onto the belly. So I'll give us some options here. This is called Sphinx pose, like in Egypt, the Sphinx, right? So the hips are down and your elbow is directly under your shoulder. So we've got a 90-degree angle in both arms. Perfect. So after the surgery, this is a huge back bend. And to be honest, it's going to be our back bend for a while. And it does a lot. So all we're doing is gently lifting the chest and letting the hips settle down into the ground. Oh, maybe gaze down a little bit to protect your neck. And gently, gently just press your forearms away from you lightly, and that'll give you a little more lift. Maybe gaze between your thumbs, keep the head, the neck relaxed, and breathe. Nice. So as we release, depending on how your chest is feeling, some people it's like a lot to put pressure all the way down. So in the beginning, I would do a fist over fist and then put my forehead there. And that just puts less pressure on the chest. If your chest is okay coming down, you can also rest on your forehead on your hands flat. Or look to the side, see what feels best for you. And we'll windshield wiper the legs so we can bend the knees and just rock your legs side to side, massaging the quads, unwinding that low back. And breathing. Good. Then let your legs rest, let your legs be heavy. Just rest here. Very slowly start to press up now. So the wrists come under the shoulders, the feet come back to hip distance apart, and then we'll press into a high push-up. So big breath in, and as you exhale, push up. There we go. Stretching the back one more time in child's pose. This time we'll do a side stretch. So you can walk your hands over to one side. Breathe in. And exhale, sit back towards the opposite hip. Relax here. Switching sides, walk the hands the opposite way. Breathe in and breathe out, sit back. Good. Coming back to center. Find your strap that you have, that you got earlier, and we're going to have a seat now. If you want to sit on a little bit of your blanket, if that's comfortable for you, that's an option. It's going to just kind of lift your hips so you're a little more comfortable there. Not required at all. And just get your strap, your towel, whatever you have, belt, and have that close by. We'll come to this in a moment, okay? Good job. Everyone feeling good so far? Thumbs up. Okay, good, thanks. Now just roll for a moment. Find that spine. Keep your head nice and loose. And going the opposite way. Perfect. All right. Now just notice which foot is in front, and is this your habitual foot? Like if you sit down, do you typically put this one in front? If so, do a little switch. Just to balance it out. Good. And then we'll find our strap. We'll start out by just taking the strap behind the back. Your palms are going to face away from you. Okay, and you're a little more than shoulder distance apart. Now press that strap into the ground behind you so that we're squeezing our shoulder blades and we're lifting that chest. And this is a nice stretch for the chest. All right, so you'll feel that right across. And take your time. If you want to, you can slowly lift up and down, just like a little massage. We're not overdoing it. We're not creating any stress or strain. Just kind of like an inhale up and a gentle exhale down, just a few inches to massage that area. Good. A few more here. Nice. Now hold it wherever it feels best for your body. So for me today, it feels good to hold it a little higher. Some people might like it lower because you just feel that deep stretch and that feels right. So give yourself a few breaths, gently pulling the strap apart, lifting your chest and breathing. And that opening, chin is away from the chest. There you go. Another big breath in. And slowly release. Good. Set that down beside you. We'll come back to that strap later. And just give your head, your neck a little roll forward to one side. And then roll to the other. We're going to stretch our necks a little bit. So I'm taking one hand. The back of the hand I'm going to sit on, and the palm is flat towards the ground. So I'm just lifting up a little bit. So I'm sitting on the back of the hand, just a little bit there. And now there's this nice stretch here for the side of the neck. You can take your opposite hand and gently, don't pull your head, but just rest the head, hand on the head, and gently guide your neck into this stretch. Perfect. Get this nice opening. I like to tilt my chin down a little bit because for me it's tighter in the back. So just see what feels good in your body, in your shoulders and your neck. Sitting up nice and tall. And now breathe in, gently press the head back to center. Release the hand you're sitting on, shake it out. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So just a little lift, palm is down, back of hand is up, and sit up tall. Option to take the opposite hand and gently rest the hand on the head. And you can go to the side or slightly down and breathe here so it feels nice. Deep breaths. Good. And now gently press your head back up. Release the hand, shake it out. Nice. We're going to do a few arm circles now, okay? So take it slow. As you breathe in, reach the arms up. And if you need to bend your elbows more, by all means do that. And just kind of feel how it feels to reach back and down. I had 19 lymph nodes out here, so I still feel it. It's still tight, but I keep moving around. You know, just keep that movement. It'll feel a little stretchy, and we're just not even anymore, and that's okay. Just still go with it, right? Just open it up. This is one of the best things you can do. If you have another surgery coming up, I promise you, the more flexible you are before, your recovery is going to be faster. Okay, so keep doing your movement all the way up until surgery. Good. And release. Nice. All right. So we'll find our strap that we had, and then we're going to try opening up the triceps and the shoulder a little more. Okay, so I'll show you. I'm taking the strap. This is my right hand, and I have it like kind of just holding on. And that arm is going up and bending that elbow. And I have the strap there because I can't interlace my hands behind my back. But the strap helps us to get closer. So we want the hands close. One elbow up, one elbow down. Chin away from chest, and we just breathe. There you go. Yes. So then, in traditional yoga, this is called the cow face pose, and I always wondered why. And then someone told me, here's a cow ear and here's another cow ear. Yeah. We'll go with it. This is a nice deep stretch, really good one to do for everyone. Take another big breath in. And now slowly release your bottom arm and your top arm. Good. It could be a little stiff. That's normal. And just roll it out in between. Make sure you feel good. We're going into the other side, okay? So opposite side, one arm up, elbow bends. The opposite arm goes down and behind the back, and we connect the hands as close as we can comfortably while feeling the stretch, and breathe. I know it's a lot. There we go. The front of the arm stretching, the back of the arm is stretching. Few more deep breaths. Wonderful. Now slowly release the bottom arm and the top arm. Perfect. You can set that strap down to the side. We'll come back to that later. Good. We'll give the upper body a break and do a little bit with the legs. Okay, so I'm just going to turn so you can see. I'm taking my right leg, figure 4 over the left. You see that? And the hands are back, and there's a little squeeze in the upper back to keep the chest up. I'm just rocking the legs side to side. Nice little glute stretch. Good. And just give yourself a moment and we'll switch sides. So it's just warming up that, rewarming that lower body. Left leg crosses over right. And we just do a few movements here, side to side. And you're welcome to stay up on your blanket if that feels good for you. Next, we're going to sit up tall, extending both legs straight out. And so if you want a little blanket under here, that's great. That's going to help give you a little bit of a lift. Think about pulling your toes in towards your body. And today we're doing a staff pose. So the fingers are come down or the hands go flat. My hands don't go completely flat. There's air under there. So for me, it's fingertips. So just depending on your body, just connect right beside you and lift your chest and squeeze your upper back. Good. So pretend like there's a wall behind you and you're gluing your legs down and you're gluing your back to an imaginary wall behind you, and breathe. We're strengthening the back of the body. Good. One more big breath in. And then relax, point and flex your feet. If you're taking any AI drugs at all, and you have the joint stiffness in the feet, this helps a lot, is pointing, flexing, and then circles. Just keep the feet nice and open. The more you move around, the better. So make some circles one direction and the other. Good. Wonderful. Now I'll take our right leg and just bend that knee so that knee is bent open to the side and your left leg is extended. All right. And then I'm going to pull myself back a little bit so that I'm more facing towards that right shin. And there's a stretch going on in the extended leg. Everyone feel that? Yeah, good. And then option one is to just take your hand extended onto the foot or the shin or the calf or the pant leg. And the bent knee side, hand to the hip. You can also take your strap on the bottom of the extended foot to give yourself a hand. Okay, so there's lots of options. And lifting that chest, look away from that extended leg and reach the arms straight out. So we're opening up that chest. There you go. Now lean back a little into that. Option one is to keep this arm super extended. Option two is to bend that elbow and take your head back. So that's going to give you a deeper stretch down the rib cage, down the armpit area. No pain, no strain or anything, just feeling a nice opening. And as you breathe in, reach that top arm up. Exhale, release. Good job. And we'll switch sides. Okay, we're going to switch sides. So now I'll keep facing you. So bending the opposite leg and then finding that long stretch here through that opposite inner thigh. And now that you know where we're going, if you liked having that strap, you can put the strap on the extended leg, hold on there, and opposite hand to hip. And this hand to the hip is going to get our bodies to kind of open up a little more. So we're opening up, we're leaning back slightly, and then the arm is an extension of all that. Shoulders are away from the ears, good. Take up lots of space, really take up the space here. Option to bend that top elbow. You can press your head back into the hand. Feel that stretch. Good job. And breathe. Wonderful. Now slowly release and let go and set your strap down. Nice work. We're going to come onto our backs next. So if you have a blanket, or for relaxation, if you like to cover your eyes, or you have socks or a sweatshirt or a blanket or something for under your knees, gather all that now. That way we don't have to get up again. And then whenever you're ready, take your time. Whenever you're ready, I'll meet you on the back with the knees into the chest. So take your time to get here, okay? Wonderful. Those knees go into the chest, and you can circle your knees in one direction and the other, giving ourselves a little bit of a back massage. So one thing we really want to do after the deep flap and pretty much for, ever, is to keep strengthening that low back area. It does get weak when we, hunch over and we're recovering and all that good stuff. So we're taking the soles of the feet down. So the feet are about hip distance apart. And we'll go into some pelvic tilts, which is a really just simple way to strengthen that core and the low back. So pretend like you have a $1,000 bill underneath your low back, underneath your sacrum, hands down by your sides, and you're going to tuck your pelvis under and press that money down into the ground. So you feel your lower belly contracting and relax. And we'll do this like 10 times. So exhale, unarch your back. Press your back down and then relax to your natural arch. Good. Exhale, go at your own pace. Exhale, press, and inhale, release. And I'll let you do a few more on your own. Just feel this movement through your pelvis. Wonderful. One more. Good. Perfect. And now finding where you're feeling like you're pressing your back down. Lift your right leg up to the sky and flex your foot like you're pressing your heel to the ceiling, and press your low back down and press your hands down. And we're only going to move a little bit. So all you're going to do is take your right leg down towards the ground just enough. Keep your back pushing down, and as you exhale, bring your ankle back over your hip. You see that? So it's a nice little movement. It doesn't have to be a lot to be very effective. And we're so strong in that low back area because we keep pressing the back down into the ground. We'll just do a few more. You don't need a lot of these. Job. Bend the knee. Set that down. Give yourself a break. Windshield wiper the legs side to side gently. Keep the back loose. Keep the hip flexors loose. We'll do the other side. So that left leg goes up to the sky now. We're flexing the foot, pressing the heel to the ceiling, and pressing that low back down. And then slowly bring the leg away from you. And back up. And just do whatever breathing feels natural for you. There's different philosophies on the breathing. So I say just do what feels good for you and keep breathing. There you go. More here, really active, really strong through the low back. Perfect. And now just bend the knee. Take your feet a little wider and rock those knees side to side. Be gentle here. Wonderful. So we'll do one more back bend, and it's going to be a gentle bridge. Open up the front body to feel all the, everything we've done today. So the feet come back to hip distance. We take our shoulders and kind of make a little shelf. So we tuck our shoulders under, looking up towards the ceiling when you do this, okay? And then just lift your hips. You can hold the edges of your mat, or you can press your hands into the ground. Tuck your shoulders under, lift your hips, your knees stay over your ankles, and your chin is away from your chest. So if you had to hum your favorite song, you would be able to do it. There you go. Now we'll do 3 big breaths here. Just opening up. You feel that area stretch, the belly, the chest, the throat. Strengthening the back of the body, opening the front of the body. 1 more big breath in. And now slowly, with control, roll down like your spine is a gentle string of pearls, and we're setting it down, tailbone last. Let it land. Ah, good. And then revisit those windshield wiper legs side to side. Just breathe. Wonderful. We'll move into our spinal twist now. If you have a blanket or pillow, it'd be wonderful if we take that between the thighs. It's like when we sleep and we have a little pillow between the thighs. It feels nice. You can lift your hips a little to the right if you'd like, and that way when you bring your knees to the left, you have a nice twist here. If you still have space between the knees, you can put some more cushioning there. Arms down by our sides. Look over the right side if you're comfortable, or do whatever feels best for your neck. Good. Just rest, letting ourselves twist and enjoy. Shoulders stay relaxed, away from the ears. Nice. We'll switch sides, so slowly bring the knees to center. And then bring the hips over to the left. The knees to the right, maybe looking over the left side now. Relax your back, your shoulders. Just enjoy. Very good. Slowly bring those knees in and set your blanket or pillow down by your side. And now bring both knees into your chest. Just rock a little side to side. Holding on to the back of your right thigh. Let your left leg come down. You can keep the knee bent or leg come straighter. When we're fresher out of surgery, it feels better to have the knee bent so it's less pressure on the belly. And just give it a few rolls here. That right knee into your chest, massaging the hip area, massaging for that low back. Wonderful. Then we'll switch sides. Gently massaging and rolling that left knee into the chest. relaxation. If you have blankets or pillows, it's always nice to have something underneath the back of your knees and some cushioning there. If it's not comfortable to extend your legs, by all means, you can bend your knees, take your feet wider and let the knees come together. That's pretty comfy for the low back for most people. You can also put something under your head, a little cushion. And then we're going to do some deep breathing before we relax. So take your time, cover your eyes if you want. Just let your arms rest comfortably by your sides. And now imagine that your belly is a balloon. And as we breathe in, we're going to fill that balloon with air. So inhale, let it fill up, let it inflate. And exhale all the air out. I'll do that again. A deep, long breath in, filling up that balloon. And exhale all the air out. One more full, deep breath. And now as you exhale, empty yourself out. Even when you think there's no air left, just a little more release, let it go. And just let yourself breathe naturally. Close your eyes and rest. Slowly start to deepen your breathing. Feel the inhale and the exhale. If you're at home, you're comfortable, and you want to rest for longer, please do so. If you're ready to move on with the rest of your evening, and just very slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. And the knees. So the knees bend, the knees come into your chest. Roll to your favorite side and stay curled up for a moment. Here, take your time. Press up to a nice, comfortable seat. Just sit up tall. Big breath in and long breath out. And then we'll take our hands onto our heart and just let's think of something that we're grateful for. Our hands come to heart center, thanking ourselves for practicing our yoga today. Until we meet again, namaste.